Hello everyone, this is Bosker Popovic from ES. This is my sixth video in a series of anxiety, stress and fear videos that I posted previously. And in those videos I've explained in some detail as to why do we experience stress, anxiety and fear. And more importantly, what you need to do to protect yourself against the effects of so-called irrational fear. And if you watched these videos, and I hope you did, you probably know that the four things that you need to do as soon as you experience negative thoughts that could lead you to experience negative emotions, and that is to start to regulate your breath, then of course get yourself into the right posture, and then the movement which will then allow you to release negative entropy out of your body while at the same time charging positive energy back in, and of course at the same time being mindful and being present in the moment, because in that case you're not floating thinking about the past and projecting into the future. Hence you're worrying about something which really has nothing to do with your existing reality that you're experiencing right now. And which then brings me on to the point of this particular video that I would like to talk about today. And this is the fifth component that adds onto the previous four that we just mentioned. And this is about positive incantations. Now, there are a lot of personal development gurus that have talked in some length about the importance of the positive incantations for your overall good and stable mental health. However, what is important to note is that due to the way how we are wired and everything goes through the body, or the body is the actual keeper of all your, or recorder of all your thoughts and emotions that you're experiencing literally every millisecond throughout your life. Any kind of attempts to bypass that particular program is not going to work, for a simple reason that you need to keep emptying this negative energy out of your body, and whilst you're recharging the positive energy, that is the moment where the so-called positive incantations do really matter. And I'm sure that I've explained in my previous videos is if you take analogy that the actual body is a glass and the actual sort of the life you're going through is the water. So basically, you will never stop water coming into the glass, because the body goes through the life in the same way. So the life goes through the body, and you're actually experiencing all the time something which then relates to your thoughts and emotions, and this is what gets recorded into your body and then creates you neurologically who you are right now. And for that reason, you cannot reprogram yourself just by saying positive incantations overnight or over, I don't know, a period of time, unless you do understand you need to change yourself and your body neurologically first. And the process is always started through what I already explained in my previous videos. So, if you really want things to work for you and you want to become who you really want to become, self-assured, healthy, sort of sexy, whatever you want to become, you really need to work on yourself at a at the ground level, at the really base level, and then work your way up. Because you can, of course, talk to yourself and keep saying to yourself, because that does work, but it takes a lot longer and it's less effective as opposed to doing it correctly, which is by what I already explained in my previous videos. So when you start actually putting this structure together, that all together will start to make sense when it's applied over the period of time, because the body responds to your firm commands and to you actually taking charge of yourself. If you do not take charge of yourself, you're going to be running your life on autopilot, and the body will do what body knows. And for that reason, people find change extremely difficult, purely because of the so-called neurological wiring, which already exists in the subcellular level. And for that reason, we do not like change, because we're going against what body already knows, or what body already does. And in order to make any meaningful change for what you really want to become or what your aspiration is, you need to start emptying this glass, because it's all you can do. And stress is nothing but overflowing all the actual sort of anxieties and the fears. Is about different flow of the different overflow of the water that comes into the glass. So all you can do literally is keep emptying that glass, and you can empty the glass by using and by practicing the exercises that I've explained and shown in my previous videos. And at that point, once you start doing that, you then consolidate that with the really, really good incantations, whatever they might be. And one of my favorite ones is a famous British hypnotherapist, Marisa Peer, and she always stresses the one really good one, which I really like a lot, is "I am enough." And I think it's one of the most powerful, positive incantations you can ever do. Of course, there's so many of them, and there's literally a vast array of positive incantations you can say to yourself depending on what and who you want to become. So really it's down to you to choose what you want. But before you get to this particular stage, I suggest you really do and implement this so-called daily cleansing and establish the full control of your thoughts and emotions. It is only then when you start emptying this negative entropy out of your body and start knowing how to recharge yourself with positive energy together with your chosen positive incantations will then start making the impact that you're looking for, and will start to progressively program your body to become who you want to become. So I think this is quite simple, and yet it is not simple because it takes some work to be done. But in essence, this is a good strategy to implement. And if you really have any questions or anything that you would like to know more about this, I'm always open to any kind of explanations if you need one. And at the end of this particular video, you actually see my website, and if you need any information or anything, please contact me. I'll be more than happy to be at your service. This is all for now, and I'll be again with some new posts in the very near future. Until then, goodbye.